I'm just recording this for the benefit of the rest. Okay, just upload. You need to upload. So then if you notice, it's all in the app folder. So you choose the first one, which is location. All right, and just select. Likewise, change the rest. You click into that radio button. All right. Okay. Now, if you notice, there's another panel, right? You notice menu 5 and menu 6, it's a panel. So what you can probably do is you can you just click on any of that, like any image or anything there. Just click, don't double click. So now you just go on your right hand side. You want to choose the panel that's it's located, right? So you just see which is the, yeah. So this image is inside a panel. So now you would like to choose the panel. So you see that that's the panel, but you need to choose the entire row, right? Yeah, so just click on that. So you have the whole panel selected, including those two icons and labels. So you need to delete that. So you have an option, not that, that is the page delete. The delete is on your, just above your screen. Yes, so you just delete that. So basically you have this. Now, no, you can't do that because it's inside. Okay, never mind. Let me just. Okay, you see on the right hand side, you see that the label. Yes, you just have to make sure that it's gone into the main header. Okay, just put it in the main header. Just drag it to the main header. Okay. Okay. Now just push it up. Push it up one more. One more. Okay. Fine. One more. One more up. Yes. Okay. It's out. Okay. Never mind. What you can do is you can just create a panel. It's about just positioning it into the right panel, right? So just create a panel. The panel is under the container. Under the containers, just below the container. Yeah. So just drag the panel and just drop it there. Okay. That's okay. Just don't worry about that. No, don't worry about that. Yeah. We'll place that panel later. So now inside that, you just drag the label. Drag the label and put it into that panel. Fine. Now just go change the label to menu or something. No, not that. Okay, that see what, no, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. You're doing well. That is the name given. It's a system name, right? So whenever you call a function and you refer to it, that is the name that will be referred to. So the caption is the one that you need to change on this screen. So what you can do is you just, since you already changed it, the name property, just give it a name. Just call it, maybe just for convenience sake, you put the first letter small, maybe like, like since it's a label, you can just say LBL in small letters, and then, yeah, perfect. And then the caption, you just change it to menu or something like that. So you can either double click there, since you don't know what is in there, so you just change it here. Fine. Now, why is it showing black? Because your colors are kind of merging. So it's under text. Just choose the cursor. Yeah. Just increase the font. Maybe make the font size like large or something. Okay. All right. You maybe change the width of the color, maybe width of the font. So that comes under size. So it's not under text, it comes under size, the size of the frame. So basically, you need to change the panel size. So click on the panel where the label is. Yeah, and just change the width. Okay. Okay, just it's already 100%, so just leave it at 100%. Okay, great. So now you go to the label. All right, and probably you can just increase the size. Okay, I mean, it's just going to increase the placeholder. So you can make it also 100% if you want, like just so that it aligns with the. Okay, and for the, maybe for the alignment, so it goes under text. You can probably just center it. Okay, and you just try changing. Okay, right. Okay, let's just save it. Just save it so that we don't lose your work. Okay, great. Now, maybe what we can do is we'll try to, let's try to bring this particular panel. So if you notice, just just take a look at your right-hand side and see where the panel is. So the panel should be like, it should be in the main, under the main. Yes. So basically we need to just make sure that it's seated one step above. Okay, there. Okay, now it's gone a little out of, so let's put it under. There's a body there. Can you see the body there? Can you see the body, panel main body? Okay, drop it in there. Still doesn't fit. Okay. It's under the main header because it's a header, right? So let's drop it under header. Okay. So we've got can you just drag that and put it as the first panel under? Okay, great. No, it's there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Can you click on the left header? So these are panels that we might not require. So just delete that and delete the middle one as well, and delete the. Okay. So right now, yeah, and let's change the panel. Now the panel is in the center. Now let's change the panel's height. So it's a bit too big. So just choose. You need to choose. Okay. See what's the height. Can you remove the height? Just remove the height. Delete. Okay. Fine. Save it. And then let's give it a border color or something. So similar to the one that we have on the screen. So we need to change the border, the background. Sorry, not the border, the background. I'm sorry, the background. Just change the background color to something. Okay, and just say choose. Okay, perfect. And maybe even this. Just click inside the main panel body. Okay, and just change the background color. Try clicking on the panel body one. Click on. See what we are trying to do here is we are trying to change the entire panel that's below. So you need to choose the panel that's affected. So just okay. Try clicking panel main. Try clicking panel main. Panel main. Okay. Yeah, you do see the color there. So the panel, so this is the panel that's we are going to change. We just change the color to something else. Okay, as long as you're okay with that color. Okay. All right. So yeah, you can play around with it. That's perfect. It's all about just placing, because these are templates, right? So we don't know how they actually place these panels, how they've actually constructed these panels. So that's why we're struggling to actually put we are trying to put the so-called menu into the right slot, because we were just playing guessing games since it's not our template, right? So whenever you use, if you're not comfortable with templates, you create your own, like you design your own screen accordingly. Okay, so I guess now let's try to like activate each menu. So before we do that, we need a page to display the Google Map. We need a page. Yeah, we need a page to display. Yeah, so correct. You're right. You're doing it right. So we just create a location, then we create a camera. Yeah, that's fine. Awesome. Okay. So now what you need to do is you need to I need to know what's inside your global attributes. So can you just click global attributes? What we need to do is make sure that the map displays perfectly. So is there a Google API that's okay? You don't have that API key, so otherwise the map will not be displayed. Let me just share with you. Let me just paste it here. Just give me a second. Oops. Okay, I'm going to paste it into the chat. So that's the Google API key that you need to copy and paste into your. So once you do that, it's all inside that system, like inside your global settings. So every time you use a Google Map, you'll be able to see the Google Map. Can you just paste it? You can't. Oh, you can't paste it. I see. Oh no, you'll have to type it out. I'm sorry. Unless you want me to put it in WhatsApp. Want me to put it in WhatsApp? Okay, you're halfway there. Okay, save your work. Okay, save it. And then go back to your page design. All right, so now do the same for, okay, when you go to the location page, you need to have a template that allows you to put a map, you know, so maybe just choose a template, like a form template or something. Okay, can you see the second one there? Yeah, the signature one. So just drag that. Now just change the signature to location. Delete that. You don't need that. I know where you're coming from when you try to press the right mouse button. We are trying to include all that into our next version, you know, so just please bear with us. So you can delete all that. Okay, then the sign, you just make it, the label sign, you make it like location or something. No, not the button. The buttons, both the buttons, maybe you can just delete it for the time being. Okay. Okay, now you need to, you're going to put this Google Map inside this, this below the thing, right? So go to component, choose the Google Map, Google Maps, the component called Google Maps. That's right above. It's near, yeah, and just drag it and just resize it. Just click inside again, click on the map. Yeah, you see those handles? Yeah. Just, okay, make it that big enough. Okay, now what we're going to do is, okay, when you're trying to position the Google map, like what you're trying to do, right? That's because the position is determined by CSS properties. So you need to change the CSS properties accordingly, like the position. There's a property called position. Let's not get into that. You can play around with it when you're free. So you can actually, you know, like in case you're in doubt, you can always click on the so-called, you know, link, or you can refer to, I'll give you a link where you can refer to how the CSS properties work. So just to give you some sort of an insight. So we're going to add a button. Let's add a button. So what I'm trying to tell you is those CSS properties are fixed there. So you need to change the CSS properties, but so you can't move the, you know, the map or the components as you like, unless the CSS properties are changed, right? So just type, you know, in the button, maybe just give it like get location or something like that. Okay. Now let's just make the, no, let's do this. So let's try to make the button size, maybe the size of the button, make it 100% width. Okay, so this occupies, you want to change the color, you can change the color of the button and all that, right? Okay, so and just make sure that save it. Make sure that you don't get stuck on this page. So the navigation button, the back option, so you click on the back, choose the panel where the label is, the back label is, yes, the panel, the one just above that. Okay, so basically that's the option that you'll be choosing. Now you just allow the page to navigate to menu page. So you can either use the function wizard, or you can just choose the visual logic, that's the event flow. So yeah, the function wizard is that magic wand which you're looking at. Yeah. So that it's based on the trigger. That's the click. So you use a basic function, and you just have to say go to page, and it has to go to the menu. Okay, and then that's about it. So just finish. Just save your work because you have recorded some function there. All right, so this is clear. So in case it comes to the screen, you know how to get out of the screen. So this is one thing which normally uh, developers should, I mean, particularly mobile app developers should take note. Like, never get stuck on a screen. Give the user an option to exit. Okay, so let's do the Google Map itself. So basically, when the map loads automatically because you already assigned the location, I mean the API key and stuff like that. So the map, as soon as this page loads, it's going to work. But when you click on the get location option, so just click on the button. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the button on the panel, not on the button. So before you click, make sure the panel is selected. Yeah. And now you choose the function wizard. So basically what we're doing here is we are trying to put a location. So it's a basic function. And we are just using get location there. And next. So it's going to be displayed inside that map component. So next. The name of the map is Google Map 209. That's okay. And then finish. So just save this work. And let's go back to the menu. To the menu. And oh yeah, just choose the whole panel and then the same thing. Good. Okay. So let's preview it. Let's try to preview and see whether it works. Yeah, okay. It's already set. Oh, you want the menu? Fine, fine. Okay, that's sensible also. You don't need to waste time. It's still not working. So the key has actually expired. Okay, allow me to. Can you just run it again? Just click on the location again. Go back, just come back again. Okay, go back to your global attributes. Close this, go back to your global attributes. There's a key there. Okay. Okay, just come back to your page design screen again. I'm not sure whether the API key has expired, but let me just click for you on that. In the meanwhile, just preview the page again. Let's see whether it loads, because I saw the map of Singapore coming there. That's surprising. Okay. Okay, let me clarify on this for you with the team, because I'm not sure whether the API has some issues. Okay, but basically what would have happened is when the page loads, it will display the map of your current location. And when you click on the get location, it would actually mark the location. So basically point the exact location. So there will be a mark put up there. So that's one aspect. So let's go to the, when I fix the API thing for you, you'll be able to see the screen. Then the other one is the camera. So just choose a template again. Choose a template which is already there. Choose the same one, the signature one. Okay, just delete the signature. Okay, maybe we should have one button there, which is click me or something. So just have that. Yeah, just say click me. And we also should have, yeah, you can make the size of that. No, you can't drag it like that. Remember, I told you, these are all, like based on the properties, like the, okay, maybe what I can do is I can have some videos that I have recorded, which would show you how the properties work. So that will give you a better understanding of, so you can refer to that. So, but just remember, you can't drag it, because unless and until the properties are changed, like the position, you have different, quite a lot of properties. If you click on position, you'll see like, no, under position, yeah, make it 100%. But if you see under position, yeah, so you see under position, there's a thing called position. Now, can you click on the position? Okay, so you see all these, you need to know what each one is, right? Like, so if you want any reference, you can always go to www3 schools and get, or you can just click on the position, the hyperlink there. There's a hyperlink here. Just click on the hyperlink. It will take you to, it's a hyperlink. So when you click on the position hyperlink, it should take you.
It works. Yeah, it works.
Okay. Okay. So basically, right, like what I'm trying to tell you is, you just need to get a little bit of refresher on the CSS properties. So once you get a hang of it, you'll know what exactly I mean. Okay. Inside here, we just need to put the camera, right? So we need a component, like an image component. So we just put an image, drag an image, same as what we did for the map. Yeah, just all right. And just to let you know, this will not work on your browser. So this will only be available when you publish the app, like build the app and see it on your mobile device. So for the time being, this is just a function. So maybe what you can do is you can create the function there. So click me. When somebody clicks on the click me, then we just activate the camera. So did you click on the panel or on the button? Yeah, just click on the panel, so it's a sure click. So basic function, capture image. All right, it should display it inside the inside that image. Save. Okay, so make sure that the back button is also taken care of, so you don't get stuck on the page. So we're just covering all the basic functions. And my desire was to make sure that this particular thing, all of y'all would have done it last session. So what we're doing now. So I was a bit shocked when I saw that there wasn't much work done on your account. So that's the reason I'm going through with you, to make sure that we are on par. Okay, awesome. So let's do the language setting. So for the language setting, we're just going to use the form which is on the left. Yeah, we just need that combo box. So excepting for the combo box, don't delete the rest. So just choose the panel main body, panel main body 2, or whatever that is. Yeah, that can be deleted. Okay, leave that as it is. So basically, just change the label, and you can remove the button. So just don't need the button, including the panel. the footer, the whole footer, we don't need. All right. Okay. If I was your English teacher, I will minus 5 marks. I'm just kidding. Okay. Okay, awesome. So now what you're doing is we are making sure that when the page loads, there has to be something that happens, right? So, okay, before we do anything here, we just need to make sure that there is, you know, have you saved this? Okay, before the page, we need to make sure that the event is on the page load. So we select the page. So on your right hand side, just make sure that you click on the topmost that's on the language settings, not the panel main. It's got to be affected on the page, yes. So now, basically what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to trigger a function. I mean, it's based on an event load. We're going to call a function, and that's going to be activated using the function wizard. Perfect. So it's on load. Okay. And we're going to say language. So the language that is available inside that set is going to be populated into the combo box. Okay. Say next. And the name of the combo box is CB field. You just finished. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're also going to make sure that if somebody changes the language setting, so again, activate the function wizard. No, this is not on the page. This is on the changing, when somebody changes that, right? So you have to use the change event and same basic function, language, and change the active language. So here, it could come from the component, right? From the combo box. So it's the component. So the name of the component is CB field, and we finish. Save. Now, we need to now populate the language. So just take a few things that here, like back, language settings, language, you know, all these are to be changed. So then the menu, go back to your menu. I mean, we are going to translate all this: location, camera, language settings, signature, menu. So what we need to do is we need to add language to then add the necessary data for the language. So next to the global attributes on the same right, on the right again, on the right, where we see language. Yeah, so you can click on that. You need to choose a new language. So just choose your language, which you'd like. Okay, German. And you need to add that. And then you need to make sure that you add. So just for the record sake purpose, just add a few like menu, language settings. Okay, just say add, then language settings, signature. Okay, you got the gist. So we need to make sure that we know what's menu in German, what's language settings in German. So you can edit each of them over there, like by, you know, there's this pencil option to edit. So just translate and put it in there. I think menu should be menu, right? Okay, that was fast. So just save this. I mean, just go back to your page design, and let's when we click on the language setting option, it will take you to the language setting. Not retrieve, yeah, basic function. Go to page. What happened? This one, it's going to go to this page, right? So language settings is the name of the page, right? Okay, let's try to review it. Okay. Okay, location was not changed, so it doesn't change. So go back to language setting and just change it back to. Yeah, I mean, so you got the gist, right? So the same thing, you do it. Let me see how you do it for signature. The same process. Okay. So done. Can you see? Can you just? Okay. So you see what you have done is using the function wizard. Now you can't always rely on the function wizard. Like I mean, the wizard can take you to some level, but when you start to design and start creating your logic, your business logic, you need to create these. I mean, basically, you need to use the event flow to actually build up these. So, as an example, maybe what I'll do is I'll just like let's do the back button. So go back to the event flow for the back button. Okay, just say okay there. Okay, you notice that you see this already. This one is already created by the wizard, right? So when we'll just try to play a few things like let's click on that. Let's click on that, and it's all going back to PG menu, right? So let's say, for example, you are now getting a bit more fluent in use of eMOBIQ, and over time you start like playing around with the functions yourself. So I'm just going to copy this. So I'm going to just copy this this function. So I just click on copy. So there's an option here, copy. Now I just delete this function. So basically what I'm telling you is instead of using the so-called what do you call the function wizard, we just choose this. So we can do this in every page. Like you see in the same screen, you see this. You can choose page just there. You can just choose and just paste if there is a back button. If there is a back button, so you need to make sure that there is something that you clicked on. So yeah, so you see it's not on the back button. The previous one which you changed was not on the back button. No, it was on the panel. Fine, fair enough. Okay. So you can do the same thing by navigating and pasting the same function all around. And if you have, let's say, for example, functions and sub-functions underneath, like what we call it as callbacks, then if you just copy the main, the one on top, and copy it, the rest of it will all be copied, just for your information. So here you just have only one function. So tomorrow, if you have like 3 more, callback functions, then all that gets copied. Okay, that was pretty awesome. So, Charlotte, basically, this is something which I wanted to cover, and I'm quite glad that you still hung on till the end. Okay, the next session, just maybe I'll make this, a little more interesting. The next session, we are going to deal with databases, which means as you develop the app, you also need to know where you're going to store your data and retrieve the data. So I'll be sharing the way we actually interact, retrieving the data through web services, like like connecting to any backend. So I'll be probably just demonstrating with a known backend which I have, the server. That will be Microsoft Dynamics NAV, and then I'll also show you how to use options to create offline applications. That means basically you can store your data on your device. So we'll be doing a little bit of data management for the next couple of sessions. That will be the focus area. So once you have that in place, you're basically good enough to create a good application. So we'll probably try to create a sales order, application at the end of it, like maybe in the third session after this. So is there any questions for me, Charlotte?
No.
Okay. I guess this was pretty preliminary for you.
Yeah, bit of it.
Okay, awesome. So I'm not going to spend any more time on all this function wizards and other things in the next sessions. We're just going to get on with more. But what I was thinking is maybe you should try like playing around with all those CSS properties a little bit more and get just some sort of an idea how it works. But I do, like as I mentioned, I will send you some of the email videos that are part of it, so you get a fair understanding over the weekend. All right, so thank you very much, Charlotte. We will be catching up again next session. Thank you.
Thank you.